So why pre-selling matters. Okay, you got this couple up here. They're looking at their notes. If it was an updated version, it'd probably be a remarkable tablet that they're looking at. Oh, that's pretty sweet too. I like that. 57 to 70% of that couple's mind has already been made up before they even call your company to ask for an estimate. 57 to 70%, depending on which metric or which case study you're looking at. So before your sales rep even knocks on the door, before they even pick up the phone and call, they've already made up their mind almost all the way. Why is that? Oh, I was a teacher for 20 years. I'm really good with awkward silence. So I mean, there's like 50 of you here. So why? They've done their homework how? Online, Facebook, social media. BBB. Damn, you guys are good. All I had to do was talk about awkward silence, and you guys just like yelled at me so much I almost cried. I did pee my pants a little bit because you guys scared me. All right, so the big question mark there, boom. It's everything you just said. They're looking at your website, top left picture. They're looking at your Google business profile. That's one of the first things they see. You guys all know that. They're seeing how many reviews you had, and they're definitely using AI more and more these days. So AI is becoming more and more prevalent. Our first business building workshop was 2 months ago. Since then, AI has become even more prevalent than when I did this the first time, which is why I keep updating this slide deck. So today I'm going to talk about these three main things. I'm going to talk about your Google business profile because it's important. I think in the 2 presentations I've made already with the CertainTeed events, people have said that they aren't doing this. Your website, I asked those 3 marketing agencies, what are your must-have pages on your website? They gave me, and I'll share a list with you. And then obviously reviews. All of these, Project Map, it has something to do with. How many have heard of SEO? Raise your hand. And it stands for? How many have heard of GEO? Anybody want to take a guess at what it stands for? Google, okay. Generative Engine, Optimization. Okay, generative AI. Think about the word generative, generate. What do people do if they open up ChatGPT? What are they doing? They're asking a question, and ChatGPT or the AI bots are going all over the World Wide Web, and they're generating an answer to your question. Generating generative engine optimization, which is becoming a bigger and bigger trend in your space. Google is, in about 8 months, putting an emphasis first on home improvement industries. And that emphasis is Google wants you all to prove that you are a local and reputable and trustworthy company. They're putting more credence on your trust and your reputation and how you can prove it online over SEO key terms. Okay? So let's talk about the difference between SEO and GEO. SEO, I made this slide by myself last night at like 12 o'clock at midnight. I was very proud. So I'm going to go from right to left. I'm going to go how results, ranking, user behavior, and then bottom right. For SEO, results are delivered by a list. Remember when people would put roofer near me, and Google would populate a bunch of pages that just had links to your websites, correct? And you'd be like, damn it, I'm on the second page. Oh, I want to get to that first page, right? That's SEO. So they would give you Google would pop out a list of companies that met the criteria roofer near me. And it would include things like your location, like if where the person's living and they're typing that question, it's pinging like their location compared to your roofing company's address and stuff like that. So there's that sweet, I'm on the first page thing. The factors are key terms, SEO key terms. Put blogs on my website. In those blogs, make those blogs have all those like cool, fancy roof replacement in New Orleans, Louisiana, right? So backlinks were a big thing. Right? Like if I'm on another website, like CertainTeed's Find a Pro website, I want them to put a link to my website. Backlinking to my website. That's what backlinks are. Authority. Your website was a big authority. In fact, Google was paying more attention to your website than other things that your company might have been on, like your CertainTeed Find a Pro or wherever else. User behavior. This is where customers, a list was given, roofer near me, they'd have a list of 20 companies. The owner, the consumer, the people you service, they're looking at multiple businesses on that list. They usually go to the first page. They sometimes go to the second page of a Google request. But they would look at a bunch, and then they would make a decision, right? Everybody agree with something like that? Right? They're looking, okay. Scope of use. They're using your website. They were looking at your Google business profile. NAP. I'm not going to, anybody know what NAP stands for? It's actually a big slide, so I'm not gonna spoil it yet. We're gonna talk about NAP. So this is what is happening now. Now somebody's putting something up here. What Detroit, Michigan residential roofing companies have the best reputation? And now if you're asking a question, now the first thing that they show is not a list, they're showing an AI overview. They're generating, generative AI, they're generating an answer to that specific question, right? And if I go to the next slide, this is what a lot of people do, myself included, and it goes so fast, and there's a way to not make it go fast. So, here, pause. Okay, so it asks a question, the same type of question I just put, right? Looking for a roof install. I live in Detroit. I want it to be a credentialed CertainTeed contractor. I want to get a Landmark Pro shingle. I'd like to have them give me an answer. So instead of AI giving you a list of people, what does AI do? They're giving you a specific answer. They're giving you like 1 or 2 companies. It's no longer like a list that they can funnel through, right? So it becomes a little different as far as how people are finding you online. So let's talk about GEO now. So same exact headers, how results are driven all the way down to scope of use. So this is the difference between GEO and what we just looked at. GEO, results are delivered with a direct answer. You all just said that, right? You ask AI a question, AI says, top team roofing and construction is the answer. It might say top team and Louisiana roof crafters. It might give you 2, but usually it's an answer. So the behavior becomes the person that wrote that question in AI is trusting that AI is the expert. So if AI tells me that is the company, top team roofing and construction, I'm going to probably believe it, and I'm going to go call them first. So it's different. See how it's getting a little different in your space? And again, Google is focusing on home improvement industries first. Research it. Ranking factors. Now it's not just your website or your Google business profile. That definitely plays a piece in it 100%. But what does AI do? AI literally in seconds can do what? Go every single place your company name is on a page. It could be on your Angie page, your BBB page. It could be like on, how many have heard of Roofers Coffee Shop? They're here today. They're amazing. Roofers Coffee Shop has a huge authority domain. In fact, here, I'm going to prove to you. So today, I did a deep research on, can you tell me if Project Map, like I can't even spell map, right, is a good sales tool for roofers? And says yes, blah, blah, blah. This answer came from our website. However, if I scroll down, Roofers Coffee Shop, Project Map It, Metal Coffee Shop. So AI is getting their information from everywhere on the World Wide Web, not just your website anymore. Okay? Any questions there? Does that make sense? So now let's talk about the infamous NAP. That's what it stands for. Name, address, and phone number. AI wants to see that your name, company name, your company address, and your phone number is the same on all of those other sites that your company is brought up on. CertainTeed's website, Angie's website, your Facebook page, your Google business page. So for example, I just pulled up ours. So here's my Google business profile, right? It says 224 Cloister Road. The number is 7926, right? If I go to my directory page for Roofers Coffee Shop, it says the same thing. Address is the same. The phone number is the same. If I go to our LinkedIn page, same exact thing, same phone number, same email address. So what am I trying to say? In summary, what? Get your damn NAP aligned in all of the different places that your company lives. Yeah, because AI wants to see that. Like if you're this email on this site, or you're Project Map It on one site, but you're like Project Map It LLC on another site, then AI is going to be like, maybe spammy. I don't know. I don't trust it as much as if it was the exact on all. Everybody good with that? Hell yeah. All right.
What if you're doing call tracking?
Yeah, that's it. I love it. So on your Google business profile or on other pages you want to call track, as long as on your Google business profile there's a secondary phone number. I just learned this the other day, so I love the question. If there's a place on your Google business profile You have your call tracking number. Secondary phone is your actual phone number. Google and AI will know that. That's what I've learned. Now, again, I'm not an expert, but I would research it, but that's what I learned from a marketing agency. It was a reputable person that told me that.
And then I have a question. What if you have multiple offices on the Gulf Coast?
Yeah, so another question here. What if you have multiple locations, right? A lot of people have multiple GBPs and stuff like that. So I would recommend, if you can, add those multiple addresses on those different places. Or if you have like, what's your company name? Complete Roofers? If it was like Complete Roofers on your Google Business Profile, Complete Roofers New Orleans, Complete Roofers other city, just make sure the name is the same on those pages that are specifically. Like if you were on Roofers Coffee Shop and it was mainly you're focused on your New Orleans site location, make sure that's the one on Roofers Coffee Shop. By the way, Roofers Coffee Shop is $500 a year to be on their directory. I mean, I'm telling you, it's a no-brainer. I just showed you ChatGPT has me all over it. So see them today. They're great people. Okay, so synergies between your Google Business Profile. So let's talk Google Business Profile real quick. Let me see my time. All right, so I've got 24 minutes. Your Google Business Profile should be the same as your website. And here's something I learned, right? Again, think about AI. People are asking questions on AI, right? Do you have an F&Q or a question and answer section on your website? If you don't, think about putting one. Because people are asking questions, so if you think about the questions that people would be asking AI, put those same questions on your website. And did you know that your Google Business Profile has a section in there that's called Q&A? We're going to talk about that. I didn't know that. Okay, so let's talk about just your Google Business Profile right now. So in your Google Business Profile, these are sections that my marketing agency said you should have on your GBP. So you can log into your Google Business Profile and you can say, put me in this section, this section, this section. And just so you know, I used ChatGPT one day. It took me about 2 hours myself, saying, okay, I'm on my services page for Project Map It. It's asking this, what should I put to optimize for GEO and SEO? And it would tell me. So I took 2 hours and I did all this myself. Okay, so I speak from experience. You have a services page, a products page. That's where you put CertainTeed Landmark, CertainTeed Landmark Pro, Care Chat, all that stuff. Photos, the little photos section up here? How many update that? You're awesome, you're awesome. You all get candy bars, okay? The 250 calorie ones too, like the good ones, Twix, okay? You should be updating this. I never did. I literally had the same picture on there, except for 3 months ago I started doing it. But it's the same picture. I see a lot of people and I'm like, yeah, that's me, okay? Reviews, obviously that's the biggest one. There's a Q&A section on there. People can go to your Google Business Profile and type, hey, how much would it cost for a 35 square moire black roof? They can ask a question and then someone in your office would answer it. But do you think most people go to your Google Business Profile and ask questions? No. So I was like, okay, why is there a Q&A? Nobody's going to ever, I haven't had one question in 8 years asking about Project Map It. But what you do is you can go in there once a month and just ask a question yourself of things that you think customers might want to know. So you're updating, you're keeping your Google Business Profile fresh. And the way you should keep it fresh is this. I'm going to share, this is being shared. I see a lot of pictures. You'll get an email with this. So your photos, you should have at least 10 to 30 to start, that photo part, okay? Every month you should update about 4 to 8 photos. Use a variety of types of photos, close-ups, your team, pictures of roofs that you've done, okay? Birthday parties you threw in the office, things like that. Community service stuff. I used to say this, how many of you have a community service page, like you talk about something that you support on your website? Good. What do you support? What's your service?
We do different giveaways throughout the year, and then we also have different fundraisers, so the roof giveaways plus.
I love it. So I always say, my best friend is Ty Backer. He owns a really big roofing company in York, Pennsylvania, but my other really close people that used us, they were one of my first sales back in 2018, Miller's Roofing. I love them too, but if I wouldn't go to Ty for a new roof, I'd go to Miller's. And the reason I go to Miller's is, you know why? They have a community service page, and on one of the things that they do, they have 4 different charities that they support. One is for Alzheimer's. Well, guess what? My mother-in-law died of Alzheimer's. So that hits home to me. My brother's an alcoholic. He's been in recovery for over 3 years now, right? So our company does a lot with roofers in recovery. okay? I drink, I'm what you call a normie, but I support my brother, I support that, because your industry, if you didn't know, is the highest industry for drug and alcohol addiction, right? So we run a golf tournament every year. We raised $45,000 this year for roofers in recovery, so that's on my website. So think about doing something like that as well. And then honestly, your pictures should be this optimization. They should be that size. Google wants it to be a certain size. So, you know, again, maybe you don't see this. I'm going to share this slide deck with you, or you forget, but just if you forget, just ask, what should the pictures be? I'll have a picture, but I'll put it in a 720 by 720 container, and then I'll upload it to my Google business profile. Okay, so I'm going to go over this a little quicker just because of time restraints, but your Google business profile, you should at least post an update once a week. Do you know what I'm talking about by updates when I say updates? How many post to Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn or something like that? Raise your hand if you post to a social. Hopefully all of you. I mean, you should. If you don't, I would recommend you do. Okay. What I'm talking about here is in your Google business profile. If you scroll down to the right, this is your Google business profile update. So it's a post to your GBP. You should be posting at least once a week to your GBP. And then, you know, strong photos. I think it's 1200 by 900. Put short captions, a clear call to action. Here's a link to our website, things like that. So for example, here, just so you understand, I haven't even talked about my product. I hope you realize education for me is more important, but our product is awesome. I'll get to it a little bit. But just so you understand a little bit about our product, we're an interactive mapping platform, right? And within our platform, you can be in projects. You can be in, like, so here's New Orleans, right? Business Building Workshop. I can be in the project. We're not a CRM, even though you think it might look like a CRM. We're not. We're a photo portfolio of your work, okay? And I have an image. Well, look at that. It's all of you cute people. So that's why Pat took the picture. He took it of you for a reason. I can go to Google Business Profile, and I can say, hey, I want to learn more. And my call to action is going to be to the CertainTeed page that we have on a Project Mapit's website. We have a partner page with CertainTeed on it. And I'm saying, I want to publish this to my Google Business Profile. And if you have multiple profiles like you, sir, back there, it'll have all of your Google businesses there. And I can say update. And so what I do is, it's going to take like 30 seconds. But like if I refresh this page in my Google Business Profile, well, now I'm not on an incognito window. It'll populate to that updates part. So you can post directly to your GBP through us, okay? Q&A, this is what I already told you. Think of questions customers would ask of you, and if they don't ask a question, you should just post once a month. So aim for 8 to 10 questions right off the bat. Think of them as sales questions that homeowners would ask about your company, and check it monthly and answer anything, but then update it at least do one question a month. Hours of operations, I've never updated. We're closed for the holidays. Update your Google Business Profile. Google wants to see that you're relevant and real. And if you never update it, they're going to think, this company's not real. They're probably off for New Year's. Come on, you know. And if you don't have it on your Google Business Profile, they won't believe you. So refresh it. Your website's going to talk to more people in a year than all of your sales reps combined. Okay. So I'm going to be quick about this because I do want to talk about my product. But these are the non-negotiable pages that my 3 marketing agencies. By the way, if you have a marketing agency, I've worked with a lot in 8 years, and this is what I've learned. And so I'm going to give you a little bit of experience from what I've learned in my time. Is a lot of you might try to go to like a local SEO company because you want to support local, which I appreciate. I would highly recommend going to a marketing agency that literally builds and does SEO for roofing contractors, siding contractors, whatever. Maybe there's some bathroom modelers in here, but get a marketing agency that knows what the heck they're talking about is what I'm recommending. If you're doing it on your own, great, but it's a lot, right? So make it mobile fast. If on a phone I searched your company and it loads in under 2 seconds, like your conversion rate of people actually staying on your website goes up by like 40%. It's like ridiculous. So have a fast phone. Make sure the call to action variety. So here, I'll show you what I'm talking about there. Remember the first question that you guys typed on that? I was like, you all said, what were the 2 things? How you wanted to respond or ask a company a question? One was call, and what was the other one? Tattoo? Text. Oh, text. Sorry, I'm deaf in this ear. I'm not kidding. I have a hearing aid if you take a close look. But text. Okay. So think about your website, and I think it's the next page. So on your website, notice this company. Right off the bat, I think I just have to do, okay. Right off the bat, at the very top, they have schedule a consultation, a form. They also have links to all of their reviews. Front and center, right on your hero, the top part, the banner that's called your hero. Put your frickin' reviews up there, put a form there, but they also have other options. They can click this button, you can phone call. There's an option at the bottom, I think it says text. If I go all the way, there used to be an option that says text. So like, have different ways that a homeowner would want to contact you. Because this homeowner might rather call. This homeowner doesn't like people and would just rather fill out a form, right? So have different ways that they can get in touch with you. Does that make sense? All right, where's my, that's because I'm in the power, okay. Next, how do you ask for reviews right now? How do you ask for reviews? Anyone? You beg. You threaten them with Guns N' Roses. If you don't give me a review, I'm going to make you do this. What else? Call. You used to have a Google Tap card. They're called NFC cards, right? Google Tap. Okay, so Google Tap card took them to what? Google? Okay, well, what's the problem with that? They don't have a Gmail account. If you don't have a Gmail account, you can't leave a Google review. So what was your second thing that you would ask for? And that face, sir, is the exact same face I get every single time in a presentation like this. Like, shit, you're right. Yep. So remember, reviews are important, and reviews are really important because of the written part. Google loves to crawl written stuff about your company. They eat it up. Yum, 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 yum. They love it, right? So if you can't get a Google review because the person doesn't have a Gmail account, find another way. You can ask for Better Business Bureau. You can ask for Angie. What do you have to do with all those accounts, though? You have to set it up. You have to have a BBEB account. So now the homeowner's like, well, I'm not going to spend the 3 minutes it takes or 5 minutes to set up a BBB account. Okay? So I'm going somewhere with this. Okay? So just some conversion rates. Oh, do you guys ask for, like, through your CRM, maybe send an email? It gets to a certain workflow stage, work completed, boom, Acculinks or Roofer or somebody sends. Okay, I'll stop talking. You guys are like, yes, shut up. Okay, so I get it. So automations. Calling and asking is huge, okay? So just to give you some conversion rates here. If you ask in person, you're going to get realistically 50% of the review filled out. 76% is one study. But realistically, 50% of the time they're going to fill it out. 10 minutes? Okay. If you ask for a request through text, 20% of the time they're going to leave you a text. Look, man, texting was great 4 years ago, but now, like all of us, homeowners, we're getting texts all the time, man. So a lot of times I'm guilty of it. I just delete the damn thing, okay? If you email, one email converts really like 9.1%. Our system, Project Map It, you can click a button, it sends 3 emails out. We're getting about a 40 to 60% conversion rate with Project Map It's email system. And then there's the leave behind. You might leave behind I love this. This I learned at a BBW, is like a magnet. Does anybody ever use magnets? Dude, my refrigerator is full of magnets. And like, have a magnet with a QR code. I'm going to explain what that QR code does in a second. But just this says like, present this and receive $50 off your next appointment with us or whatever. Maybe free us, I don't know, whatever you want to do. But people still use their refrigerator, man. I needed my appliance fixed. I have an appliance magnet, and I call them. So like a leave behind is what that whole thing is. So what is, I'm going to go over these very quickly. If you click on them, it'll open up more information. People are willing to spend 31% more if you have good reviews. Okay? So when you go to compete against 2 other companies, is usually one company like lowballing? Like, are you always up against like pricing? Right. So if you have great reviews and you have a great online presence, people will still use you over that lowballer. Okay? Why does this say that Google doesn't want you to have a 4.5 to 5-star review? Real. How many people call a company and be like, hey, I need you to leave me a bunch, like, I'm going to pay you money to leave reviews, right? Like a lot, unfortunately. Okay? When you have only a 4.8-star review, you actually, Google looks at it and is like, oh, they're real. They actually, the volume you all do, I mean, you're real if you get a bad star. Now, we have 192, and we do have a perfect 5-star. You can look it up. Okay, so if one of you want to leave me a bad review, that's fine. I'm totally cool with it. Negative reviews actually aren't bad. Google sees it, and they're like, dude, man, they're a roofing company. They're doing 200, 300, 500 jobs a month, a year, some of you a month. A bad review is going to happen. It's okay. You have to respond to the reviews. So get reviews consistently, 8 to 10 a month. Reply to your reviews within 24 to 48 hours. Include keywords. Hey, we love the fact that you asked for a CertainTeed landmark, weathered wood roof. Put some keywords in there. Ask homeowners to put details, maybe even in your employee names. Let's first just talk about the company, because I have yet to do that. So we are a mapping platform. So imagine a map of all of your work. This is the logged in version right here, so this is how you would manage it. So pins on a map. We're great. Number one, we are a sales tool. You put this in your sales process, your sales reps will close 3 to 10% higher. I guarantee it. I will refund your money back at the end of the year. If you put it in the 3 steps that I share with you today, I will give you your money back. That's how passionate I am about this. I get texts all the time from roofing contract. 93% of our customers are roofers. The other are mainly one-day bathrooms. So we are in bed with roofing companies and exterior remodeling companies. So just imagine as a sales tool, that's 225 means 225 jobs you've done in that area. So if I click on this cluster and I do that, that alone in front of a homeowner will sell a job. They'll be like, holy crap, is that all the work? Like I've sat on 5 roofing estimates. One of the lady, husband, wife, she was like, holy crap, is that all the work you've done? And he was like, yeah, we've actually probably done more. Okay. So that alone, just location, location, location. Okay. You have a gallery view over here. So this is also the business building workshop. I don't know which one. We have a direct integration with your Google reviews. We're rebuilding our Facebook thing very soon, so that's going to pop up. So if I click on that, you can show a homeowner, and this lives on your website. So a homeowner can go to your website and look at all the reviews you've gotten, right? I ask this all the time on your website. Think about how, let's just say you have 100 reviews on Google. On your website, are you showing all 100? Most of the time, no. You're showing like a widget of 10. Our platform, if it lives on your website, it literally will show 100% of your Google reviews, okay? The map is interactive. So if I hit refresh map, okay, this is the bread and butter, and in the back, hopefully you can see it, but I'll read it. This says CertainTeed landmark, and it has all the shingle colors, right? So when I click the color, and this can be anything, everybody. This could be bathrooms, decks, if you do decks, windows, soffit fascia, gutters. You give us the data, we'll make sure it gets on there, okay? But roofing, siding, we make it real easy with our integrations with ABC, SRS, and QXL. But if I click on Moray Black, 2 places the map is going to change. The pins themselves will change, and the gallery over here on the right-hand side will change. So customers like, I'm trying to choose between Moray Black and Birchwood. Okay, so now the map only has pins showing that are Moray Black, but real quickly I can access all of the jobs that I have uploaded pictures for. So a pin itself can have a YouTube video embedded on it, right? So here's a drive-by drone of our roof. Here's some pictures of the roof that we took. That we installed. If you scroll down, it can have a job description. AI is loving this, job descriptions. And you can also post your reviews on there. Now, what do you see here? That's not a Google review. What do you think that is? That's a Project Map It review. So we are a review capture system as well. And the way that works is we build out this page for you. And it has more than just Google, sir. It can be anything. You could put your BBB on here. Yeah, it's on there. You can put Angie. You can put Nextdoor Now, all that stuff, right? But Project Map It, we are our own review platform. And I don't know any other review platforms that don't require login. We don't require login. We have spam filters built in and stuff like that. So when you click on this, it's going to bring you to our platform, which is just simply name, and leave a review, just like a Google review. The homeowner fills it out and that. So now you have these tap cards, or you have a way to just bookmark the QR code to that landing page that you make in Project Map It, right? So on your phone, you can bookmark, a QR code pops up. So for your sales reps that might be asking for review, I could be, your name is Devin. Steve's Roofing Company just installed a roof on Devin's house. Hey, Devin, is there anything that Steve's Roofing Company did that would not want you to leave me a 5-star review? No. I just got a verbal commitment that he's going to leave me a review. Everybody agree with that? Human psychology. Hey, I got this tap card, Devin. I'm going to walk around your house one more time with my machine to pick up all the nails. I'm going to make sure everything's spotless. If you don't mind filling out this review right now while I'm doing that, I'll be out of your hair. Is that cool? He's not going to say no. I mean, some might, but he probably won't because he just committed verbally. Hey, Devin, do you have a Gmail account? Say no. Say no. Oh, that's okay, Devin, because here we use this third-party platform called Project Map. It doesn't require login. So if you just click that button, it'll take you to it. You can fill out a Project Map review. So you're still collecting a review. Google is still sniffing up and eating all of that yum written components that they left about that review. And just to prove it, we are, Miller's Roofing. So here's their Google business profile. If you scroll down, you'll see reviews from the web. Project Map It is there. So Google does recognize us as a review platform. Okay? Project Map It lives on a website, so it embeds to your website. This company does a really nice job putting in a nice image, call to action, check out all our work, right? And then you click on View Projects and it takes you there. So now it lives on a website page. So they're out of Virginia, Maryland area. What am I missing? Pat or Pearl? Am I missing it? So for the review, if I go back to Miller's, everybody, and this is where we think, we never talk about this product, part of our product. So we're an interactive map to help your sales team show a homeowner that you're the best one, right? Look at all the jobs we've done, here are colors. You have a question?
Yeah, I was asking, are y'all integrated with like Company Cam or some ones that
Yes, sir.
get those things?
We are integrated with Company Cam. Yes?
So on the map that has the pings, does it start when we start with you, or do you go back and get?
We can go back 25 years. You give us a spreadsheet and we'll do it. If you order from ABC, SRS, or QXO, in Project Map It, you simply go into the Integrations tab. This is where you integrate with Company Cam, your Google business profile. If I go into QXO here, and there's a video of me showing you how the integration works, I can say, hey, I want from today, or if I do the QXO registration, it gives you 5 years worth of delivery data. So, I mean, think about what supply companies provide. Supply companies know where the material was delivered, and they know the material they delivered, which is what our map does. You want to know the color of shingle or siding, and you want to know where it was delivered.
So big interchange codes, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah. So that goes 5 years back, but if you want to give us a spreadsheet of like 20 years before that, we'll take any spreadsheet, we'll upload it, and we'll take care of it for you. Yep, we have maps of 25,000 pins. All right, so interactive map for sales. It lives on your website, so a little marketing there. You can post your Google business profile, a little marketing there. We're going to improve that with AI coming up soon. We have what's called a public profile page. Think of it as like your Angie's page. But remember what I said, Google is going towards looking at reputation first. They want to see trust builders. Okay, do you think this map is a trust builder? It's literally what it is. It shows you locations, pictures. It gives you the ability to find shingle colors right away. Yes, ma'am? Oh, 4 minutes. So it's 100% a trust builder. That's why we think this page, Project Map It landing page, right? I know what I did. So Pinnacle Roofing. They're a company that uses this page a lot and writes job descriptions. If you scroll down, notice Project Map It literally is like one of the top hits. This is their landing page. So this is Pinnacle Roofing's landing page. When you move the cursor, their map pops up. They have a quick, we'll do this. If you use Roofers Instant Estimator, we can put Roofers Instant Estimator on the page. And then you can start writing job descriptions. We just deployed this morning. I've been begging my guy, but we have AI now that helps you write these job descriptions. But I'm not going to do it because it's in the alpha phase and I don't want it to look like crap. But it's pretty cool. So you can speak into a microphone and say what you did and it will write the description for you. So in 30 seconds you can. So this page automatically updates. You never have to do anything with this. So if ABC Supply is integrated and it brings in a pin and it drops it on there because you just ordered 35 squares of Moray Black an hour ago, the map will update right away. This page updates with that new job right away. You load pictures from Company Cam over to Project Map It. This page uploads with those pictures. You write a job description in Project Map. So this page literally just updates itself as you update pins on the back end of Project Map It. Okay. So we're a reviews capture tool with its own review platform. We're a marketing tool, and we're getting better at the marketing part. With the public profile page is going to come into handy. We truly believe that. That's why we're talking about it now. We used to not talk about it. And we're a great, number one, we're a great sales tool. So if you choose to use us and order today or whatever, whenever you do, if you decide to subscribe with us, subscribe to us because you know it's gonna be a great tool for your sales team. That's number one. We hope that the other things are just gonna continue to be better and better. So this is what I'll tell you. I'll get through all of this. Onboarding, we train you all. Like, we'll get the pins on there. You give us our QXO, your SRS, we'll take care of it for you. We'll connect everything. We'll connect Company Cam and throw 2 hours of service of loading pictures from Company Cam to Project Map It. We literally give you the white glove treatment. So I want you to know that right off the bat, okay? But the pricing is a little ridiculous now that there's the Premier, Pro, and all that. And even if you aren't credentialed with CertainTeed, this is going to be a good price for you. So typically it's $2,850 a year and a one-time onboarding fee of $100. So your first payment normally would be $2,950, okay? If you are Premier, CertainTeed covers 50%, but for the first year, if you order at the event or even like early next week, Pearl is in charge, we'll give you the first year for $1,900 flat fee. So if you aren't credentialed with CertainTeed or you don't order from one of the three, then you're going to pay $1,900 first year, which is $950 off, okay? If you are Premier, which is the yellow thing on the bottom, CertainTeed covers 50%, so your cost is really only $950. And we offer a monthly thing, which is only $80 a month for what we're doing. I mean, think about that. So if you're a Pro, you get CertainTeed covers 40%, so it would be only $1,140, not that, or $96, just under $100 a month. If you order from one of these guys, we're giving you 15% off. If you're a master, shingle or siding, you're getting 20% off. So like the pricing is pretty stupid. We're not undervaluing. It's because we have relationships with CertainTeed, and we say at these events we're going to drop the price almost in half.